Okay. Real quickly, if you did not see the pose Zoom, I will put the recording out. I will get better at that, I promise, instead of just assuming you're going to go to Facebook and watch it. That's not fair of me. So I will get the recording out once it comes out. It's very important, but I will also, in Team Act, I'm going to post the 6-minute recording of the new subscription service that we have. It's so beautiful. It just feels so good to have that for our customers. It's so good and so beautiful. And it's just so easy to navigate. So I'll make sure you have that. You should have also gotten that in your email though, too, from LifeVantage. There would have been a instructional video attached about the new subscription services. Perfect. Also, Sean went into detail about the domino effect that can take place on having new collagen customers. And I just want you guys to think about this. And tonight, my head is spinning. So I'm going to work on a shareable that shows like the collagen at 467 a day versus like a Starbucks, this or that, and then some before and afters. I think that'd be fun to have. And then also the payout that we're giving a new person right now to make 53.4% back on a collagen sale. Is there any other company out there where someone can make 53.4% back on a sale? Probably not. So I think that's a really important thing that we should share as well. And then real quickly too, before I go into the other stuff, I just really want to reiterate again, I know we can't assume like this collagen and the price point, it will be hard for people, right? And I don't want you to allow the no's to bring you down and think that it's hard for everybody, because a few people do not speak for the masses. And while there are people that aren't doing it, there are a lot of people that are. And there are a lot of stories, and there are a lot of people that have been on collagen and haven't felt anything or hated the flavor. And if you're not the one to tell them about it, you guys, I'm telling you, someone else will. And they're going to do it faster than you did. So I was going through my database tonight, my friends list, because I'm trying to invite Sioux Falls people to Shawn and Michelle's tomorrow night. And as I was doing it, every time I'd come to somebody that was non-LV that I hadn't talked to yet, I got right on my voice message and I let them know, I'm like, look, and you guys should do this anyway and just lie and say I don't promote lying, but here's the thing. Just say that I'm going through my friends book database, looking for friends to invite to a local event, and you came up. And I had to make sure, I had to reach out to you because I need to make sure right now that everyone on my list knows about our new activated liquid collagen. I have to make sure everybody has the same chance to say yes or no to this that I was given, because it's blowing my mind what it's doing for people. So if you've ever been open to a collagen or you're looking for one, let me know because I will hook you up. Those are the messages I'm sending, like full of excitement. And then I know that I reached them, that I sent them a message, right? Imagine how many you could do if you went through your friends book Facebook. You know what I mean? Friends book Facebook, that's funny. And then also I was thinking about local events, like in the summertime with the nice weather, there's always like vendor fairs. There's always fairs and stuff in the park and whatever. And many times when they're outside like that, they don't cost a lot to have a table. And yes, it could be really hot, but imagine having a cute little cooler and you got some collagen bottles inside and you take it out of the ice and you pour it in a little cup and you let them sample collagen, and on the table you have before and afters. Like, it could be a really big thing if you are wise about the events that you choose, right? Or looking up your local chamber of commerce. What are some local chamber of commerce events that maybe you could slide into and have a table, partner up with somebody, or do it yourself? I mean, up until now, it's been harder to do those. Really, the only thing that we had for the longest time was Axio, right? And now we have the body care. We've got the skincare. There's stuff they can try on, they can feel, and then there's stuff they can taste, so the Axio and the collagen. So it can be uncomfortable, but I'm telling you, it's not even just about the public that you meet. It's about the vendors, the other vendors that are there as well. Imagine the people that you could meet. You could make some really great connections with that. So if it's something that you want to do and you're thinking about, let me know. I know plenty of people that have done many of them. I've done some and had great success with Axio sales with them. It's just all of, yeah. Anyway, we can talk about it if you want to do that. Okay, here's the deal. All right. So there's a system that was created by 3 elite distributors, Marilee Marisich, Jenny Crane, and Shauna Mucklow. Shauna Mucklow is one of the super minds behind the app. And I trust these women with all my heart. I know that all 3 of them individually for a very long time have wanted to create a plug and play system for new distributors. Okay. And I believe, and they have proven that they've gotten one. These are the same women that created the link Biohack and Activate. They created the Explore video. And then from the Explore video, there's a product and the business. And from that alone, they've seen their distributors find more people than before that will actually click on the business and want to be a part of the business. But because of collagen and because of the fact that we know at some point LifeVantage is going to hit momentum, when momentum hits, how much time are you going to have if you have people consistently saying, I'm ready to start, I'm ready to start, I'm ready to start? Do any of you feel comfortable in starting a new distributor? Nope. I haven't for the longest time either. I mean, yeah, a little bit, go to the launch guide. I keep telling myself, keep it simple, go to the launch guide, keep it simple, go to the launch guide. But when momentum hits and we have a bunch of people coming in all the time, that's what it's going to feel like. We're going to need to have a system that we can actually plug them into. And the system does 80% of the work. And 20% of it comes from us leading and guiding them and holding their hand and making sure they're getting the information. This is what they've created. Okay. So I'm going to share with you a training. I would have loved to have had them on, but I just told them when I was talking to them, I'm like, look, you've done enough of these trainings. I want to respect your time. So I'm just going to use one that they did for Marilyn Mosier's team. And I'm going to share it with you. And then after we watch it, we'll talk. Okay. So buckle up because this is so exciting. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited about this. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, and you know, guys, it's just an honor to be here. And this is LifeVantage family. And I hope you all know this story about Shauna and Jenny and I. We are all Crossline and Crossline dear friends. And I think we feel that way in LifeVantage with so many of you, that this is family. And so it's been really great to create something together. And I think we came together literally, just a little backstory on this is we share this. It took place back, actually, remember the incentive trip that was the Puerto Vallarta incentive trip? Gosh, probably 2.5, almost 3 years ago. That's where I met Shauna. Actually, we were standing in the pool and we were having a conversation about just some of the tools that we felt would be really fantastic to just be that first exposure piece that would make a big difference for people. One simple tool that people could share. And so that kind of started the wheels rolling. And many of you probably are aware of the website biohackandactivate.com. That has housed the ABC primetime video with the patents and the studies and all of that good stuff. But there is another link, which is biohackandactivate.com/explore. And that's where we've housed this tool. And this is literally an exposure tool, so that anybody, anywhere, 24/7 can be taking a look at this and explore the possibilities. And that's exactly what they do. So you'll see this video starts with this. It is just an exposure piece where someone can learn what the best fit for them is. We try to give this, if you've been in the industry, you're probably familiar with the term of a sizzle video or a sizzle call. That's like way old school. But that's just that aha piece that makes you want to take a deeper look. And that's what this first video is all about. So it's helping you to decide, or your guest, to decide in a very short period of time, less than 5 minutes, if they want to learn more about the products only or the business in products. So once they finish that, you'll see at the very bottom, they can click on a tab to the left, products only, and that drives them into the next video in the products section that is brilliantly done. And it really is wrapped around the conversation of activation. We know we're an activation company, and so we really want to get that aha moment for people as they're looking at all of the different products. And what we found, you guys, since we came up with that piece of it alone, what we're closing is higher shopping carts. People aren't just coming in on Nerve 2. They aren't just coming in on one product, and it's hard to get the conversation going about, hey, we've got all these other products. They literally have the ability to go through and see what the solutions are, product solutions are in the different categories. And it's been so powerful. If they choose the business and products video, they're going to actually hear a beautifully narrated overview by Carrie Dickey that makes me want to sign up every single time. And she's really giving that aha moment of the timing and the trends, the biggest pieces that people are looking for right now in ways that they can improve their health or be that resolve in their finances. It's giving them hope. Once they're done watching that video, if they want to learn which product pack, business pack rather, to come in on, there's one final video that's narrated by Ray Allen, Elite Pro 7, and it helps them to decide which pack to go in. So this piece alone is centrifuge to everything that has been created in the success system. So let's jump into the success system, and we want to just share with you how we are helping people activate their business. And literally, we wanted to create this for our teams because we wanted to have a launch guide. We wanted to take any of the confusion out of onboarding a new distributor so that they could literally jump into the business in their first 30 days and have hand delivered to them via text message daily activities. And it literally shows them everything. Everything. It's walking them through how to download their 2 LifeVantage apps. It's showing them how to walk through the ITT process. It's showing them how to become their own brand on social media, to get comfortable with the platforms themselves. And we even have carefully curated all kinds of content that they can use, or it's an idea for them to use so that they can continue to create posts on their timelines, in their stories, and along with mentoring, just daily mentoring, little sound bites of information that helps them to build that confidence. So let's give a couple examples. This is Tara. She is one of the gals that's on Shauna's team, and she's been in the business now for 5 years, and she's a Pro 4, and she's been feeling a little bit stuck in how to continue to grow her team. And when we asked for some feedback, how are you guys on our team feeling about this? This is what she said back to Shauna. I feel more confident in posting on social media. I really love having only one tool to send out to educate people, and the mentoring is so, so good. I think this is really going to help my business, especially with new distributors that start. It's so simple, step by step, every day on what you should do and learn. Thank you so much. This is really going to be a game changer. So we've literally seen that, and I know it has been a game changer for her. She has put in more enrollments now than she's done in forever, just by integrating the system. And I want to tell you guys, an overarching theme for everybody in our teams using this is their confidence level is through the roof. And we know
Tara's this close to Pro 5 this month. I just want everybody to know now, like this close. That's how much confidence this woman has now.
Which is amazing. And that's what we want. And I think a lot of us have experienced distributors that have been stuck, feeling like, I don't know how to get past this point. And now with confidence and feeling like they have the tools to run, they're running. So it just is so exciting to me. So let's look at another one. This is a gal that's actually on my team. This is Linda. She's an absolute doll. She's been in the industry of network marketing for quite some time, just kind of dabbled in it, but in LifeVantage for 3 years, and just, kind of again, dabbled in it, but she's felt super stuck, and she doesn't feel confident with social media or technology. And I won't hesitate to tell you, because she said we could share. She's 72 years old. And so learning even how to run her phone has been one thing that she's working with, but listen to what she had to say.
This is Linda. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. I just had to tell you, thank you so much that put together the success system. I'm having so much fun with it. It's helped me so much. It's saved my business because it's made me get into it again. And it saved my life by keeping me not depressed. And I know it took a lot of work, but I really appreciate it and I love it. I've had 2 people respond this morning just on a post. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. And Shauna, I'm going to hand it over to you and let you continue sharing with us how this is working.
This is Linda.
I will share one more quick story with you. Holly is on Jenny's team, and Holly's a little bit different scenario than the 2 that we've shared before. You know, she's already super savvy on social, but she wasn't really confident in building a team, a distributor-based team. And that's what she said back to us is her biggest struggle in promoting the business was fear of how to train others once they joined her. Who's felt like that before? I mean, even me. I'm like, okay, now I feel like I just gave birth to a new child and I need to be there and care for them every single day, right? Until I like set them away from the nest. And so I feel that this system has provided me with the confidence I need to show people exactly how to run this business. Plus it gets them into income producing activities right away. It's a wonderful tool to have. I no longer wonder which training to send people first after they join, and I no longer overwhelm people. And I think that is probably how people feel when they get started here, right? Because we throw everything at them and the kitchen sink because we know so much and we need them to know everything so they can feel like they can get started. But in fact, we shut them down. Do any of you agree with that? Because I feel like that's what was happening. And the reason we created this.
Shauna,
Yes.
Shauna, can I just add something? And I just have to say, I'm kind of announcing this prematurely, but Holly's going to be qualifying for Croatia as a Pro 4 because of the success system. And she just called me today, actually. So I think it's perfect to announce that. And she said, Jenny, there's no way that I could do this without the system, without having the backbone of the system. So I wanted to just add that in there. I loved hearing about Tara and the fact that she's close to Pro 5. So the system is actually working. I wanted to kind of chime in with that success story as well.
Thanks for doing that. That's incredible about Holly. I'm so happy for her. Guys, the reason we created this is because when we created that educational tool, it's working, the Explore, biohackandactivate.com/explore. It's working so well that people are actually responding to our distributors on our team saying, I think I want to join you in business. I'd like to join with the Premier Pack or an Elite Pack. They were self-discovering all the way through the process. And then our teams were going, okay, that's awesome. But now what do I do? Like, even though we have a launch guide and have the app and have all the things that we feel are so comfortable, we didn't have anything that held their hand in one place. And our desire, me, Jenny, and Marilee, our desire was literally, guys, we're only as successful as our systems. Let's be honest with you, because right now, 100% of the efforts relied on the enrolling distributor, right? Literally, to get that new person started effectively, because they don't know anything when they start. However, wouldn't it be more awesome if only 20% relied on you as the enrolling distributor and 80% was set in a system that was delivered to them every single day for their first 30 days? So they learn everything over time in bite-sized pieces without overwhelm. And you don't have to remember to get everything to them so that you can mentor them and just direct traffic and answer their questions instead of doing it all. That's literally what this is all about. So there is a launch page. Marilee kind of told you about this. All the references are placed in one location. So once you sign up for the success system, you'll find a little welcome video here on this page. And then this is probably one of the most important pieces here is activating your daily text. Oops, sorry, I skipped slides. Activating your daily text. It tells you to text the word launch to a phone number, and that's how they will be delivered every day for 30 days, a daily text with a link in it. Then right here, there is a success plan. And the success plan is a workbook, you would say, but it's like a resource. Some people are going to want to download that and read it front to back. And it's going to explain the entire thought process of ITT, of social media. It's going to provide so many script ideas for people. This is like a Bible. But the good thing about this is if a new distributor is like me, I'm going to see this, I'm going to hit download so I have it, but I'm probably not going to read it right away. And so, but I would go back to this over and over when I need it. Okay. Now, Marilee would be somebody who would read it front to back as soon as she saw it. That's just how she is. And Jenny may never read it. Let's just be honest. She's like a wing it and go. So we fit every personality style in the system. And that was really important to us. Like she said, we have here where they know how to download their apps. We know we teach them how to find their referral site in their app, how to find their shop pages and share those, how to find that explore tool that they're going to use all the time, how to share their enrollment links. Like this is not anything they need to do in that one day, but it's a resource that they can keep coming back to. The one of the most important things on this page in my mind though, is there's a video here at the bottom. It's the importance of 200 PV and subscription, teaching them why that's important to their business, but it's also important and tips to how to talk about that to every single person that they talk to. Now, I want everybody to know, because it's really important. Marilyn said it. I am a huge, huge believer in the LifeVantage app. I've worked on it behind the scenes for 2+ years, helping them make it useful to distributors. And of course, this success system utilizes every tool that corporate has provided to us. This just puts a bow on it to put it all together for them so that they don't get overwhelmed, okay? Now let's talk about what they're going to get in those daily texts. Every day is a link to a page that looks like this. And there's 3 activities. One is a business growth activity. There will be a social media activity for the day and a mentoring activity for the day, because that's the habits we want to start creating in people in those 3 areas, right? It's designed to teach a concept, but then also for them to complete something that day. That's what they're called, activities. It's not just for them to learn, it's for them to do. So we get them into action right away, okay? Now, this is what that looks like. Business growth activity, and then social media activity will be next. And then let me point this out. On the social media activity, sometimes it's an activity that includes posting, and sometimes it's just an activity to build deeper connections on social media. We teach them how to do these things throughout. So if there's a post, I want you to see this, we're actually giving them the content to post. Like, choose one of these and post it. And if there's a story, we're giving them story content to post for the day. It's going to start attracting people to you. But one of my favorite things about this, yes, the content's great. Yes, telling them why we're posting that particular content, so they're learning the philosophies behind it. But we're not just leaving them there. We're telling them, okay, as soon as someone responds, here's how you respond, right? You're getting into Messenger and you're creating conversations, which can then lead to inviting, right? We're teaching them the full process. Then at the bottom of every day, there's a mentoring audio that they'll listen to that's between 4 and 10 minutes long, okay? And so that they learn these principles over time. Now, here's an example of day 10. And this is what we mean by teaching them step-by-step to overwhelm. It's kind of like we're stacking things on top of each other. We introduce them to ITT. We ask them to invite. Later on, like on day 10, we're saying, all right, now you're going to open your app and you're going to look at your ITT list, because you should have invited several people by this point, because we're asking them to. We're teaching them how to move them from one I to T to T, okay? Moving them through the process, step by step. That's what we mean without overwhelm, because we're not telling them how to do it all in one day, right? We're teaching them how to invite on the first day. And then how to become a pro on social media and building your brand with curiosity and attraction marketing. I think the 3 of our brains working together to really curate the content and the flow of the content has worked beautifully in helping people attract people to them in the right way and build their own brand. By the end of the 30 days, they're really going to feel confident on how to continue to build their brand on social media moving forward. This is just another example of a beautiful stories post and how to walk someone through responding to people and inviting. I think we've already talked about this, but I want to point out that this includes scripts. Okay, so every time that we say, we tell them how to respond to people, but then we also say, if you're in this conversation, refer back to that success plan on page 16 or whatever, and there will be multiple ideas of them, because we know that, right, this is designed for the new person. Yes, you guys can use it to relaunch your business. You'll learn a lot, but it's really designed for you when you enroll your next distributor to hand them this and them be off to the races so that you and them feel fully confident. Okay. Jenny, let me turn it over to you. You can talk about this mentoring and how people are feeling on your team.
Yeah, you guys, my heart, and I'm so thankful. I have to say, I'm so thankful for Marilee and Shauna, because as Shauna said, we all have different gifts. We all have different things that we're good at. Like Shauna said, I don't read anything. Marilee's a reader, and Shauna's a doer. So together, I'm so thankful that I've been able to just link arms with these ladies, because our gifts are totally different. But I think our hearts in developing this system was for you guys. And I think one of the biggest things is we wanted to make it simple. Like, we get it. When I first started doing social media about 6 years ago, gosh, it must have been almost 6.5 years ago now, I remember being so overwhelmed. And the only reason I stuck with it is because I had the tenacity, and I'm a little bit crazy. So I was like, I'm crazy enough to just figure this out. And this is before we had any access to information. And so I kind of had to take myself back to that moment and think, how is a new person going to take social media and really be able to run with it? And not only that, how are we going to break it down for the new person, the person that's never done network marketing before, the person that doesn't even know their way forward? And most importantly, for you as the enroller, as you're bringing people into this business, how are you going to be able to educate them and keep it simple? Because I feel like one of the biggest things in us developing this success system is just understanding that the reason that people do nothing is because they're overwhelmed. Like, they're literally like, I know I'm having all this information, it's all coming to me at one time, but how do I actually break this information apart and make it doable for the new person that isn't a network marketer, a natural born, or hasn't had a big business, or doesn't understand social media? So truly, that was our heart in developing this. And I'm so thankful that three of us had come together and really use all of our gifts to put this together for each and every one of you. And just to see average people being able to take this and run with it. And so, you guys, we know that daily mentoring is the foundation of becoming a leader, right? It's the foundation of really growing your business to elite and beyond. And sometimes mentoring comes at us at all forms, right? We have all of these books. What do I start reading? How do I break this down when I'm with my kids every single day? So we took this mentoring into bite-sized pieces so that every single day, somebody can tune into these text messages and get that short mentoring that's going to inspire and empower them and encourage them that it doesn't have to be an hour-long thing every day. So we really kind of put this in. I love it because we have people like Fraser Brooks, John Maxwell, of course, Shauna and Marilee. We have Lisa Nichols' talk that she did at one of our elite academies. And it's a really great way to get a brand new person linked into the habit of building that mentoring, doing those mentoring activities every single day. I think, Shauna, you're going to go. Thank you, girl. So we're talking about ways it's going to help the brand new person. I covered that a little bit, but I already covered the fact that it needs to be simple. We need to teach the principles and the strategies in bite-sized pieces. So not only is this going to increase their belief, but it's going to make it doable for them. And so whether you sponsor a person that's working 2 full-time jobs, a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter. It's going to encourage those good habits and encourage them that it's actually doable every day. So that's really what it is. You guys know that in network marketing, everything comes down to consistency. And so it doesn't matter if you do a ton of action and a ton of things throughout the week, but if you don't do that the following week, what happens? Your consistency and your pipeline, all of that goes down, right? So we want to teach those consistent habits over time, because that's really what's going to create that success in your business and beyond. And I get really excited about that. And I want to share a little bit of a personal experience with me. When I hit the rank of Pro 8, we didn't have this system in place. And I came out of that rank and people would say, oh my gosh, that's incredible, which it was. I'm so thankful. But I looked back and I thought, I have to simplify this. Like, there's not a person on the planet that, like, maybe there's 1% of people that could do what I just did. But I really came out of that rank frustrated and overwhelmed, because I realized how much confusion was going on, and I wanted to make it doable for every single person. And so that is part of the reason why we really wanted to break this down and make it simple. And so when we're looking at the 30-day success system, we want to not only build those habits within that 30-day time period, but we want to build those habits 30, 60, 90, 3 months, 5 years, 7 years down the road. Because we know that network marketing success, true success in network marketing and that true leveraged income doesn't happen within 30 days, right? It takes some time to build a network, to establish trust, to build that leadership. And we want to make it doable for every single person. So we know that this is going to provide a strategy. It's going to teach them every single day what they need to do as far as social media checklists, our DMO checklists, and really understanding that it's when it's broken down in these bite-sized pieces, we're able to create those long-term habits that are going to help and grow each and every one of our businesses. So I get super fired up and excited. So this is what gets me really excited, because we want to be able to empower you, whether you have experience, whether you're frustrated, maybe you've been here a few years and you're just, you're really stuck. We want to really empower you guys to be able to enroll those distributors every single day. Not only enroll them, but teach them the principles and the strategies. So it's going to spend more time supporting them, because truly that's the happy. Cheerleader, even though I was never a cheerleader. I actually never made the cheerleading squad because I was never good enough, and I just wasn't coordinated. But she's like, Jenny, you like to cheer. It's really what I love to do. So I know that most of you that are in this network marketing opportunity here with LifeVantage encourage and inspire them. And so I love that about this system, is that it's just going to allow you to do what you do best, and that's connect, encourage, and empower people. And to me, that is what we do here, right? We're offering people an opportunity to see something that's greater in their life, to make them a part of a community of people that are all about inspiring and uplifting. And that's really what I love about this system, and that is enabling us to actually spend time doing the things that we love to do. We're going to get you out of management mode and into action and accountability and building the people up in your team that come to your team every single day. So that's actually one of the most important and inspiring things that I love about this. So, we know that what we do duplicates every single day. Like when we duplicate bad habits, our team pick up on that, right? Sometimes we duplicate habits that we don't even realize we're doing, but we know at the end of the day that you're only as successful as your systems. And truly that's our heart in really developing this system, is that we want to make you guys take this incredible opportunity in this company that we know you guys, who's excited about the collagen. Like you guys have the best possible, I like to call it the magic formula to take this business big time. Not only do you have an incredible company, incredible products, but now you have a system that you can link into, that you can confidently move forward and really empower people to see that, serve them the way that you've been called to serve them. So I appreciate it, you guys, and for you to get linked up with this. Shauna, I don't know if you want to kind of let them know how they get started. Sure. I know, you're the part. I have to say, Shauna's the one that built a lot of this techie stuff. I am not a techie person. So Shauna, we appreciate you so much. So if you can just let everybody know how they get connected in with the success system and how they get started, I'm super fired up and excited.
This fires me up. Every time that I hear us talk about this system, it fires me up, guys. One of the things when we were designing this, we were putting it through a filter, and we were saying, what happens when 1,000 people a day are joining your business? What happens? Because it will happen. Like that's what happens in momentum. You guys, this collagen can put us in momentum. And when 1,000 people are joining your business a day, and let's even say 400 of them are distributors. If your team is relying on you to be the person that launches people, you cannot launch that many people. This system can. So having two links, one to educate someone and one to get them started, and then you just help them and be their cheerleader, that's how we really, really create momentum, right? And that's exciting to me. So biohackandactivate.com/success system. That's how you sign up for the system. And I want you to know, this was designed initially for Jenny, Marilee's, and my team. That's what we designed it for. Then our teams were having great success and the word got out, and some elite leaders, including Michael Huey, came to us and said, how can we use this too? And so I do want you to know that we do have to charge. So it's $49 one time, $49 one time for the new distributor or for you to have the success system. Now you have it forever, because it's going to be delivered to you in text message, and you'll always have access, and it'll always be in your text messages once you get it. Okay, so it's one time $49. And that's because there is a cost to deliver text via text message, 35 texts or whatever we deliver over the span for every single person. So I want you to know that, and I want you to please share your feedback once you get in there and you use it, because that's our favorite thing. We want to create massive success stories and momentum in your business.
I love it. And I don't know if Michael has a few minutes just to pop on and tell us how this has helped his team. And it looks like he just qualified or will qualify for Croatia tomorrow. But Michael, do you want to pop on?
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you for that. Guys, this is the second time I got to hear it. So I took some more notes. You take notes every time you go through it. And I've been with this amazing company for 11 years, and some of my you just got to hear from some of my favorite people, right? You know, Marilyn can tell you, we all are close now, right? Like, we're family now, right? Like, and one of the things that I said to them was, and I'm not going to cry, because if you know what I've gone through, I went through a lot over the last month and a half. I've been traveling. I lost my mother 3 weeks ago, this past Sunday. And guys, this business and the people in this business and what you just heard about have made my life joyful again, because I was frustrated, like Shauna said. Like, I got to teach LifeVantage Academy with this company for 2 years, and we didn't know what we were teaching from year to year. It was confusing. And Jenny, it was good to see you too, you know, and just being able to have something that, like Shauna said, when we go into momentum, this month and last month, since I've implemented this, have been two of my biggest months that I've had. We enrolled 15 people last month. I'm not going to tell you how much we enrolled this month, because we still have a couple more days. But I'm going to tell you this. I sent pictures to Marilee, and I put them in a group thing with Shauna. When we were on our way to activate, my wife was going through the whole system, writing out her avatar. I sent them pictures. 4 hours on a plane flight. I didn't talk to my wife. She literally put her head down and went to work. And she's came back. She's doing clubhouse rooms. She's signing people up. She's taking action, because now we feel real comfortable with how we're able to help people. And there's no confusion. The videos that you saw at the beginning, you can really, and I'll finish with this. You can really take massive action with this system. Okay. And the reason you can take massive action, because there's no confusion. I lost a lot of people in this business because of confusion. We won't lose any more people if you follow the system. There's no confusion. The confusion's taken out. The duplication is there. The encouragement's there. When you've done this business by yourself and you watch the change in a spouse or a teammate or somebody else that's actually always been excited but was confused and didn't know what to do or what to say or how to say it, you guys just heard of something that I hope that you don't wait. I signed up when I heard about this right on the phone while they were telling me about it, right? And you know, I just hope that you guys will do the same thing, and that I always say this to my team. The difference between the wisdom and the knowledge that you learned about tonight is the action that you take right now by taking action on this, doing the work, putting in the extra effort. I'm going through this Saturday. I have 2 hours planned out to go through this myself, as my wife's teaching me how to go through this. I've been teaching my wife how to do this business for 11 years, and now she's gonna teach me. So Marilyn, Lisa says hi, and to all of you guys, Shauna, Jenny, Marilee, she just went to bed. So it's been a long couple of weeks, and I just want to say thank you guys for allowing me, Marilyn, to be a part of sharing my heart and sharing what this has done for us. So I love you all. God bless you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Michael. We love you too. And I'm so sorry to hear about your mother. I just must have missed that on social media, but our prayers are with you. I know that's so hard, but wow, that is a great validation. Just what you said, how your business was kind of stalled, and then you started enrolling all these people after implementing the system. So I think yeah, it just seems like there's people out there looking for something. And the way Carrie Dickey said, you know, she sent me a lot of the text messages. She goes, this is what they're going to be getting every single day. And so it's kind of like you plug in first, obviously, and then you plug your people into it. How much are we guiding them along, or are you just going to like walk them through things kind of deal? Or do you want to explain that a little bit?
Sure. So here's what happens throughout the success system. They're encouraged multiple times throughout the business growth activities to reach out to their enroller. So they should be coming to you. Like on day 2, they're saying they're supposed to be sharing their goals with you. On day 4, they're supposed to be telling you who they invited today and talk about their conversation. So we're asking them to constantly be in contact with their enroller. And so that helps open up communication. And now, of course, for me, like I just enrolled a new distributor, and I am, you know how it is, in constant contact with them, but it's not me having to say, okay, make sure that you saw this and make sure that you did this and make sure that you did this. All I have to say is like, did you do your activities today? And then they tell me about them and I can guide them, right? I don't have to give them every activity. I just have to touch base with them and say, tell me, how's it going? How'd your activities go today? And if it was an inviting day, they'll tell me. You know what I mean? They say, okay, I know I was supposed to invite 5, but I only really invited 3. And okay, great. Tell me how that went. And then we can start talking about invites. That's how I do it. Marilee or Jenny, any different for you guys?
No, I would say, I'm so sorry. I'll jump in real quick. I would say that honestly, when you felt like you had to hold their hand and get on a phone, and I just remember these like Zooms getting on and having to just like have this arduous task of walking people through and showing them all the behind the scenes and screen shares for everything. Gone are those days, man, it really is. And Shauna had such a great point. It really, when you hit momentum and you have a ton of people coming in, old school was don't you dare sign up more than 2 or 3 people in a month because it's really hard to run with more than 2 or 3 people at a time. Well, that doesn't suit momentum well. So when you have something like this and you're doing 20% of the work instead of 80% of the work, and this system is doing 80% of the work, it just changes the game. It's like such a breath of fresh air.
Okay, and so there's a couple questions about international text message. I just saw that. So that you download the Shout app, is that right? Okay. Oh, it looks like you're muted.
Yeah. Yeah, so it explains that inside of the success system. So whether you're from Canada or outside of the US, it explains how you access those text messages. So we wanted to make it doable for not just the US markets, but for Canada and beyond as well. So yeah, I love that. And I love the fact that this weeds out the leaders from those that say they're going to do stuff and say that they're not, because ultimately you want to be able to work with the people that want to actually work. And you can tell the people that are actually following the system. So it's really great. It kind of weeds out a lot of that confusion as well.
So do you ever get the question when somebody says, okay, I'm supposed to download the free, LifeVantage app and do those things, how do they kind of play off each other?
That is a good question. We tell people just to plug into the success system because we don't want to overwhelm. And it explains what they're supposed to do, the apps that they're supposed to download in this success system. So you don't really want to kind of incorporate any outside. We always say keep it simple, plug them into the success system because the success system is going to walk them through the apps, their PV requirements, all of the things that we kind of get bogged down with explaining every single time we enroll a new person. And that's what I really love about this is it takes them through step by step, how to launch, how to start, what exactly they need to do as they're, launching and enrolling people. It really kind of keeps it simple, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, so I don't even tell them, Marilyn, at all. I don't even say download this, do this, right? The only thing I'm doing is adding them to our Facebook group, like our team's Facebook group. And I'm saying, download the success system right away. Create your membership in the success system. It's going to tell you literally everything to do next. And that's it. That's all I have to do. And then I check them in with them the next day to make sure they did it. Because like Jenny said, if they did it, they're serious. If they didn't, prompt them to do it again. You know what I mean? Like that's the first step. And it walks you through the rest.
Wow, okay. It sounds almost too simple to be true. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, really?
It's so funny because it took us 6 months to build this. You'll see when you get in there that it's a lot of information, but it was very carefully thought through. And the reason it took us so long is because we built it and then we went through it and then we were like, nope, too overwhelming. And then we edited it and then we went through it again and we're like, nope, too overwhelming, because we know too much. But we were really thinking of the brand new person. What is not overwhelming, that you tell them just what they need to know to complete that activity, right? Just what they need to know to complete that activity that day. And then we can build upon it. And I think that that's what you'll see when you go through it. It's really working well.
Wow.
What do we think?
I love
Guys,
it.
I know, right? Like, this is what has been missing. I agree, Tom. Like, this is what has been missing. Like, even with the launch guide, I just felt like there was still never clarity. It just was, there wasn't clarity. And I wasn't the only one feeling it. And I trust these women. I spoke to them. I know their heart. And you know what I love most of all is I said to them, I go, so when's the company going to adopt this? And Shauna goes, I don't really think we want them to, because they just don't think like distributors do. And I was like, amazing answer, because they're right? Let corporate do what corporate does. Let distributors do what distributors do. And then the word that sold me, that made me want to share this with you guys before I went through it on my own, was the word confidence. Confidence is king. Confidence is everything. Confidence is everything in everything that we do in life. And if you guys can have confidence in talking and not getting in your head about the fact that you're afraid to talk to people about the business because you don't feel like you have the skill set to start them, you're not going to do it. You're not going to play full out. You're not going to allow your business to go into momentum because you're going to have a wall. And I want to remove that wall. And I feel like this is what will make it happen. When you get it, when you subscribe to it and you pay the $49, right? A gift. When you pay it, you get an email right away. And then in the email will give you the phone number to text. And then it starts. And every single day you get a checklist of what to do. It is exactly what we need. Absolutely. So what I want to do is I want to do it with you. I want as many people as possible on Team ACT to start this together. I want Team ACT to be a chat thread of who finished day 1 activities, right? How did it feel? What success did you have? I just want us to be accountable to each other while we go through it, instead of everybody having to start it on their own. Every new distributor pays $49 in order to get tax. Yes. So, and this is going to be up to you guys, right? If you have a new distributor come in and you feel you want to pay it for them, by all means, go ahead. But, after they've paid the kit too. But again, sometimes having skin in the game, but it's up to you guys. Right? It's up to you. I don't think we'll question it as much once we've gone through it and we know how well it works and we see this is going to give you a day-to-day. The $49 is for the people that put it together in order to pay for the texts that are sent out every single day to a lot of different phone numbers, right? That's the reason it's there, and it's a one-time fee. I think the other thing that you can do for your new distributor is print out the workbook. If you have the workbook ready to go for them and they have it in a hardbound as well on paper, and then they pay the $49 for the text, I think that's a good balance also. We'll find what works, right? What works for us. But my thought is we go through this week, give people a chance to watch the replay, watch this back, to purchase the system. And then I haven't texted yet. I didn't want to text and get my first day until I was doing it with you guys. I want to do it together. I just think it would be so special for all of us to go through this together, to be each other's cheerleaders, and to just watch what happens, right? When we just hit the restart button, and to do it right now with collagen even, and then for the people that are in their head about collagen, this is a way to be an activity, even if with collagen put aside, you can still then be an activity. And at the same time, when they talked about consistency, us doing these activities for 30 days, a lot of the people having the massive success right now with collagen, it's because of their consistency. What's happening to them today, you guys, is from work they've done 4 or 5 months ago. That's why we can't keep dipping our toe in and out. You can't keep putting your foot on the gas and then the brake, on the gas and the brake. Because without that consistency, you're not going to have the eyeballs on you when stuff like collagen comes out to want to finally say, the time is right now. Now I'm ready. I want that, because they've always been watching you, because you've always been in contact with them. It's the work you do 90 days from before now that pays off now. You have to stay with it, right? So who is in to getting the system and then all of us starting together on Monday? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is going to be so fun. Oh, you guys, this is it. I just know it. Yes. Oh, it's going to be so fun. My heart's just so happy for you guys. I just want to reiterate again, the confidence building, but they're going to give you content. They're going to help with branding, mentoring, how-tos, all the things. So I will post, I know you saw the link. I'm going to post it. Yeah, you guys don't need to worry about it, but I will post it again in TMAC for those that didn't watch, so they do go watch this. So let's leave it at that. Keep doing what you're doing. What do I mean by hard copy? In the system, Cindy, when you get it downloaded, there's like a workbook that has like content and scripts in it. And that's what I mean. I don't know how many pages it is total. I don't remember, but it's something that they said you can print out, or you always have access to every page electronically, but it's something that you could print out for your new person. Like if, you know, everybody printed a couple to have on hand for when someone comes in and say, here you go, scripts, social media, everything. Oh, gives me goosebumps. Okay. You guys trust it? I trust it too. I trust these women wholeheartedly, or I wouldn't have shown it to you. I believe in them and I believe in us. Okay. All right. I've taken enough of your time. Let's end in prayer and then we'll call it a night. Okay. Heavenly Father, I just thank you so much for these amazing people. I just thank you for their gifts. I thank you that they were created. I thank you for the people behind the gift of collagen. I thank you for the men that were just bold enough to create LifeVantage. And just thank you for always having your hand on this company and just keeping us around. And I know that it's for a reason. And I just pray that whatever the reason is for us as individuals, that we just find our purpose in that we find all those next paths that this opportunity is supposed to lead us to. Help us to lean on one another, but most importantly, help us to lean on you in everything that we do. And if we can't walk it with you, just help us to ask you to carry us through it until we can walk beside you again and feel that confidence. So I pray that everyone can just find full confidence in this new system, that together we can just come together even more than we have before, and that Team ACT can create its own momentum in a really massive way. And just change a lot of lives along the way. Thank you so much. We give it all back to you. In your name we pray. Amen. Let's go. Let's go. So excited. Mwah. I love you guys. Download it. Don't start the text though until, don't get it so you can see the workbook. I think you'll be able to see it right away. But don't start your text. We want those to start on Monday, okay? And we'll all start together. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. Oh, was that wine, Cindy? That was so cute. Oh, okay. Everybody have a great night. Bye.